Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I thought we would do a little like Vogue style get ready with me in my bathroom. As you can probably tell, I've just woken up literally about 10 minutes ago. I've chucked some jewelry on, as you can see, but I am still very much in my pajamas. I've just stuck my hair back and we are gonna do some makeup, do some skincare, everything else like that in preparation for Christmas. So today is the 23rd of December and I actually have a lot of family stuff going on. In fact, I'm actually flying back to England today and I'm so excited to see my family. But I obviously can't go looking this crusty dusty. So we're gonna do skincare, we're gonna do makeup, and then I've got some really exciting jewelry to show you. This is like a little bit of a sneak peek. It's honestly become some of my favorite jewelry ever. So we're gonna skip to that section at the very end. I'll leave a little timestamp in the description so you can skip along to it if you want. But without further ado, let's crack on into the video because I can't stand looking this dead. It's not even that I feel like I look bad, I just need to wake up a little bit, do you know what I mean? Now, I don't know about anybody else, but when I wake up puffy, especially around this sort of area around my chin as well, because I literally sleep with my mouth open. I know there's not that many like scientifically proven benefits to icing your face, but it just wakes me up. And if something can wake me up, I'm gonna use it. It's actually better than coffee. I find it depuffs me a little bit as well. Don't think there's any other benefits, or at least none that have been actually proven, but I don't know, there's something about icing my face in the morning that actually wakes me up so much. I don't have a fancy ice roller. I literally just use ice from the freezer, so I will wash my face after. I recommend having a towel under you like this when you're doing it because it does go everywhere. Like a little depuff in the morning is, feels so nice. Literally is dripping everywhere though. What I'll do is I'll do this for a minute or two and then I'll go in and wash my face. My actual favourite cleanser at the moment is this one by Rhiain. This isn't an ad, it's genuinely just my opinion. It's the cleansing gel and it's so good. It's specifically for oily and blemish prone skin, which is definitely me. Maybe not so blemishy at the moment because I've just come off Accutane and I'm really hoping it's gonna stay like this. But normally, definitely acne and blemish prone. And now I look like a drowned rat. I know having 7 and 8 step skincare routines is like all the hype at the moment, but I'm such a lover of simple skincare in the sense of like nothing too complicated. In the morning, if I'm rushing around trying to get to uni or if I've got work to do, like the last thing I want is to be lathering on 7 different steps of skincare, especially because I have really sensitive skin. If one thing goes wrong and I have a reaction, how am I ever gonna know what product it is? Do you know what I mean? So I like to stick to the things that I know and I love and that just feel good on my skin. So I've actually run out of my favourite moisturiser, which is the Tatcha one. I don't even think I've got the empty, what do you call it, jar anymore. That is my go-to. It's definitely on the oilier side. But I'm going to start getting the water version now just because I'm off Accutane. But when I don't have my favourite cream, Aveeno is literally the way to go. It's super simple. It doesn't have anything remotely clogging in my experience, so that's just what I go for. Gonna be skipping the serums today, can't be bothered, but one thing that we cannot skip is our SPF. I know it's winter, I know it's rainy, I know it's cold, but the sun still gets through, so always make sure that you have your SPF on. It's literally the best age prevention cream. Better than any Botox, better than any retinols, better than any anti-aging creams. If you had your SPF on lock, that is your best chance at survival. Not that aging is a bad thing, it's actually quite a beautiful thing. There we go. And that is literally all that I do for skincare. I know it's not particularly interesting, I know it's not particularly like, wow, but what works for me. Brows is actually my least favourite part of my whole makeup routine. As you can see, I do need to pluck them. Controversial at the moment, I can't lie. I do still use the pink honey glue, like brow glue. I do need to find another one because, not that I'm personally cancelling brands because I don't personally agree with cancelling people or brands. I agree with distancing oneself from a brand or a person, but slandering is not the way forward in my personal opinion. But I am open to hearing of any alternatives. I honestly don't even find this product particularly amazing. I mean, I used to love it and it does somewhat hold up my brows, but I feel like I need to take ages going over and over and over my eyebrows in order to actually make a difference. And I do find that no matter how thin I spread it, I still get like the white blotchy marks, which is just not cute. And of course the little line over the top to give more of that like brow lamination effect as opposed to stuck up brows. There we have it. I'm gonna do the other one off camera really quick because can't lie, it's not particularly interesting. That is the brows done. I can't particularly say that they're browing necessarily. They're not particularly even, but what can you do? Everything about my skincare and makeup routine is fairly basic in terms of I like to minimize the amount of steps as much as possible just to genuinely make my life easier, because why wouldn't I do that? My favorite foundation at the moment is the Dior Forever Skin Glow. I probably wouldn't actually have ever purchased this myself because it costs so much money. One of my friends, Maeva, actually had this and she didn't know if it caused her to have a reaction or I don't know, it just wasn't working for her particularly well anymore. So she actually gave it to me, like a full bottle of Dior foundation. Like, what a good friend. So I've been using that ever since. I can't lie, it's lasted really, really well and it's genuinely my favorite foundation. It's obviously very, very high end, so I actually don't know if I'll repurchase it again after. I don't know if it's gonna fit into the student budget, but we'll see. I do love Dior, like in every single sense. When I was in Paris, I did a very naughty purchase and bought myself the saddle bag. So I'm clearly a Dior fan, and I think if I can really splash out on a saddle bag, I can splash out on foundation. Although foundation's one of those things that I hate buying. It doesn't go on forever, do you know what I mean? Like a bag goes on forever. It's a good investment. You can resell it after. Foundation, once you've bought it and once you've used it, all you're left with is a pretty bottle. So that's my big ick with buying makeup. Anyways, next I go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This has always been my favorite. I used to use the foundation as well. Loved the foundation. Then moved on to the NARS one, which I also loved. And now obviously I've got the Dior one. But I think honestly, for a good everyday foundation, the L'Oreal Infallible one, in fact I've got it in my makeup bag. This one, she's not looking very pretty, but this is such a good foundation. She's so reliable. I literally used it for years. It pairs super, super well with the concealer. I mean, luckily they're meant to go together, but yeah, literally adore it. I kind of want to get a smaller makeup brush to do under my eyes because I appreciate tapping away with a big buffing brush probably isn't that good for you, or at least not for the wrinkles. Also, I don't know about you guys, but obviously New Year is fast approaching, but I haven't thought of any New Year's resolutions yet or any goals for next year. I've got a few that are like school and career related. I guess I can talk about my goals for 2023 now that 2023 is over. One of my goals, which I didn't actually achieve or haven't yet, was to get to 3K on YouTube. I started off the year on about 1,600, I think, subscribers, and I was dying to get to 3,000, but honestly, with the amount of breaks I've taken, it's not really surprising. So that's one that I didn't achieve, but we're nearly there. One that I did achieve was getting into my school. That one I kind of set myself halfway through January, I want to say. It wasn't straight away. I also wanted to get more involved with the United Nations in my studies, and it's safe to say I have managed to do that, which has literally been the most incredible experience ever, I can't lie. I did a training program with them, I spoke at a UN conference, and I could probably say this on here now, but I have just accepted an internship at the United Nations as well. I mean, what the actual hell? Little old Jess working at the United Nations is literally crazy to me, like actually crazy. I'm so proud of myself, and it's really like an avenue in life that speaks to me, do you know what I mean? And you probably look at me from a creator point of view because I do YouTube and stuff, and there's obviously a fair amount of misconceptions about creators and the fact that they're useless and don't do anything useful in life, but it's genuinely a dream come true. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Also, I forgot to tell you, I just used the Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Shady Business, my contour. And then I'm hesitating between a few shades for my blush. My favourites at the moment are Melon Sorbet, which is this one here. They all look quite similar in the packaging, but obviously when you put them on the face, they're quite different. This one is Papaya Pudding. This has been a favourite of mine ever since I tried them. And this one is Can't Cope with Coral, which, as you can see, is a much more corally shade. No, I feel like you can see the difference a little bit, but we're gonna go with Melon Sorbet today. Just gonna apply that there and a little bit on the nose too. That looks so pretty. I just love these blushes so much, and they blend so well. They just melt into your makeup. Look at that. There we go. That is the base done, or at least the cream product to the base. I'm so happy with how this is going. I say I'm so happy with how this is going, but this is literally my normal makeup routine. Right, as I mentioned, cream products are done, so it's time to powder the face. So my current favourite powder, or the one that I'm using at the moment, is the Laura Mercier. I've got the mini here, so literally just whack this on. I don't do anything crazy with my powder. I don't bake or anything. I find that not baking actually, I'm not gonna say it's better because it's not, but not baking always works for me. I mainly focus it around my T-zone, especially at the moment. As I mentioned, I've just come off Accutane, so my skin is still fairly dry. I need to sort out this focus. It's actually really annoying me. I think that's better. I'm sorry if it was blurry a little bit before. Technical issues. Now essentially all I'm gonna do is do a little bit of eyeshadow. I don't know what vibe we're going for, but I mean it's Christmas, so maybe I should do something a little bit festive. I'm not gonna go in and do red, for example, but let's do something like golden and glowy. So I'm going in with my Morphe palette, which is the 35H. This one here, I'm not gonna lie, it probably does need changing. I've had this for years, but it still does the job, and what more can you want? I'm gonna start off with these two colors here to sort of build a little bit of a shade like here. And then we're probably gonna go in with a shimmer, either this one, although it's a bit like greeny, or this one here, which I have been loving at the moment. I'm also using this little Morphe mirror. I actually broke the case. I always find going in with a lighter colour first is the best, because then you can blend the darker colour into it and it just looks a bit more natural and blended, like so. Then going in with that slightly more beigey colour. It's a bit more orangey, can you see? I'm proper in like a reflecting mood at the moment, in the sense of like thinking back across the whole year and how much everything has changed. Like actually, it's crazy. At the start of this year I was working in recruitment and I lived in Manchester. Now I live in Switzerland, in Geneva, and I'm back at school, but it feels like the biggest move forward, strangely. And I was so scared of feeling like left back or like held back for my age. Obviously not earning money is not particularly fun, but that's what savings are for. That's why I would urge literally anyone to save as much as possible, even if you've not got like a clear goal in place, because I'm paying quite a big chunk of my university myself. Like this year I paid just over half, and I'm very lucky to have my parents helping me. I'm very appreciative of it. But what I'm saying is, if I hadn't saved, I wouldn't be able to live here. Like my whole living expenses are on me, baby. Like obviously I'm 23, so it's kind of understandable, and it was my decision to go back to university, but if I didn't have savings, I wouldn't be able to be here. So you never know essentially what direction your life is going to change in, or like move in. Having savings from your job is mega helpful. Like those 3 years I had of working before I came back to university were like a godsend. Gonna go in with this one here, the shimmery one. The whole point of what I was saying is like so much has changed. Like my life is completely different to what it was in January. Obviously I was with Tom in January, so, you know, life was good. But now I live with him. Now I live in Geneva. Now I'm a student again, do you know what I mean? It's actually crazy. And I feel like I've done so much this year as well. Like, we went to Coachella, We did a tour of the West Coast of America. Great year, like a great year. There's also been a lot of self-doubt, especially in the first half of this year. I'm sure we've all been there. It's not enjoyable, but the main thing is to focus on the bigger picture and actually getting out the other side. That's why I was saying earlier that if you just take one day at a time, everything feels so much more manageable. It helps a million times over. Anyway, I think that's what we're gonna do for the eyes. It's kind of a little bit more orangey and bronzy than what I was initially going for, but I think she looks cute. Mascara, we've got the Benefit Fan Fest. I really enjoy this at the moment. It really gives my lashes like a great curl. I honestly hate doing mascara on camera. I feel like it's the most awkward thing ever. You know, like the mascara face. It's not pretty. The only thing that's missing is lips. Anyways, my favorite lip combo at the moment is a little Dior combo. This is the Lip Glow and it's in the shade 012, whatever that means. And I kind of just put this on the center of my lips because it's kind of pink. And then I go in with the lip oil, which I got in the pink shade. And it's actually got a really nice like shade to it, like the pink is really pretty. And then we are done. Now for the most exciting part of the video. This is actually in collaboration with Regina Jewelry. They sent me the most gorgeous little pouch of jewelry and it's all really, really good quality, like it doesn't go green or anything like that. And actually these earrings, which are like the teardrop dupes, if you know what I mean, like the Bottega dupes, are from them. So these are what they look like in, and obviously that's what it looks like out. But super, super good quality. The fastenings are great. I don't get any sort of like infections or anything nasty like that from wearing these, and I do have quite sensitive ears, I'm not gonna lie. So those are the first ones. I think they look so cute. They're obviously quite big and bulky, but they're not heavy, so we love that. And then I'm gonna take this necklace off because honestly, I don't want to say I've got the ick with it, but I've worn it for far too long and I needed some new ones. So I picked up 2 new necklaces, which I'm really excited to show you. One is a constellation. This is actually the Sagittarius constellation. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there. So obviously I'm Sagittarius. I'm born in December. Like, how cute and dainty is that? It's got these little like crystals on it as well, which I think is such a cute little detail. The actual necklace section, like the chain of this, is super thin, which I absolutely love. I think it makes it look really, really elegant, and it's sort of like barely there, do you know what I mean? But it's still super, super cute. So this is again one of my favorites. I will link all of these down below as well if you are interested in shopping, and I will also put my discount code in the description box too. They also each come like individually in a little thing like this, so they don't get muddled or anything, because that is the most frustrating thing. I then got this little snake necklace. Now this was really giving me like elegant vibes, I can't lie. Like, it's just a very simple snake-like chain, but really, really pretty. I love it. You can also tighten it as well if you want it a little bit shorter like that. That's sort of what it looks like up close. I also did pick up a little earring combo. Now this again is very like star focused, but I absolutely love them. There's like a little moon, a little star. They've got piercings for your seconds as well, and also a little ring for the top here. So mega, mega cute. Like, they've got such good variety on their website. All of these things as well, you can get in gold and silver, sometimes even in rose gold. I'm just much more of a gold girly as opposed to silver. And honestly, the cherry on the cake was that they come in such a cute little bag. These are perfect for traveling, like if you need to chuck your jewelry into something and pack it in a case, for example, like I will be shortly later. These are great, and they also give you cute little stickers too. Stunning. Anyway guys, that is everything that I've got to show you in today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I have loved filming a little chatty get ready with me style video. Make sure you do head down and shop some of these pieces. As I mentioned, this is an incredible Bottega dupe. It's stunning. I'm so, so happy with it. Literally looks identical to the real thing. I also will finally be uploading my Paris vlog, which I've been meaning to upload for well over a month now, like before my birthday. So I promise I will get that done at some point over Christmas. But yeah, bye.